YouTubers, it's the 25th of June, it's approximately 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm just going to do an update for me, you know, me busking equipment and all that kind of business. You're probably familiar with me buying one of them busking amplifiers a while back, and I've put it through the road tests or whatever, tried things out, and you know, it's any complaints and gripes and that like. And the first complaint I've got was this. If anyone owns one of these, this the MP3 player. The MP3 player that's built into it, right? When you put your tracks on it, you know, I put my backing tracks on it, it cuts off the first couple of seconds. So you know, when you're busking and you need a count and you need you have your stick clicks or your cymbals or whatever, so that you know when to start a song. I don't know why it does it, but the actual built-in MP3 player, when you put your memory card in with all your tracks on, it snips basically a few seconds off. So it ended up, when I was using the MP3 player built into it, which saves a lot of fuss because it's built-in batteries and all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? But it meant when I did the master recordings of the backing track, I had to put a few seconds extra at the very beginning. So there's this big long pause at the beginning of it, which obviously doesn't get picked up on that, you know what I mean? You know, there'll be a little like bit of a little break, and then because you need gaps between your songs, don't you? You know what I mean? To take a bit of time, get ready to prepare for the next song. Especially when you're doing things as technically demanding as I'm doing, right? You know, you need to retain your cool, right? So that's my first criticism of it, right? Which I think it's terrible. I don't know how all of them machines with built-in MP3 players, the Chinese jobs, I don't know if they all do that, like, but so I rectified that by just buying one of these, a cheap MP3 player, which has got like, as long as you don't leave the screen on, you know what I mean, the battery lasts a long time, really, you know, so it should be ample, and you can just charge it up somewhere every time you're having a break or whenever you're not doing anything. So I bought this online, right, and it's excellent, it really is good, like. So I just put that through the socket in the back, through the what's it called, you know the little MP3 sockets on the back, like, rather than use the MP3 player built onto the amplifier, right? So that's my first criticism, right? Everything else, sound-wise, I haven't road tested the microphone yet. You know, the remote control microphone, the headless, you know, the thing, the head, you know, what do you call them? I don't know. Neck things you wear around your neck with a little mic. I haven't road tested that yet, so I don't know what it's like for vocals, full blast. All the stuff I've done here, I'm just singing without a microphone on, you know, and it's at a low volume. Right, now the second major criticism of these things, because the companies that make them, I just don't know what they're thinking, you know what I mean? There's just little things that they could do to make them a whole lot better, you know, right? I mean, okay, they're dead cheap, it is dead cheap, like, but this is my next criticism, these. I've only taken this out once, look at the state. These little tiny wheels, look at how crap they are. Right, now look, I've only taken this out once. Once I've gone to the park with it, like a walk, where I was on, you know, it's about 300 yards from here, like the distance I walked and that way. But it made a lot of noise, right? The wheels are so narrow. That space between there and there is so narrow, that is only so narrow that while I was pulling the handle, it was like rocking side to side, you know what I mean? So it rocks while you're pulling it. It almost falls over. It's ridiculous. It doesn't stay steady while you're dragging it along with the handle, right? Now, if you're getting on buses or trains or you're getting a taxi or whatever to where you go, it's not that much of a problem. But me, I'll like walk miles, you know what I mean? I've got like... Right, anyway. So it rocks around, so I'm going to have to customise it, right? I've got to customise, I've got to make it like an axle for it and make the wheels wider, right? And the wheels that are on it, hard plastic things. And look at the state of them already. I've only taken them out once, and look at the state of them. They're not going to last long, are they? You know what I mean? See, you know. Right, and they've got no bearings in them or nothing like that. And the fixed pin, you've got to like, I'm going to have to chop that, you know, or whatever. Or you see the little nut thing there, like, it's just like a crappy little rivet. I mean, it doesn't sound much, but it's very important if you're going to be walking around for quite a distance, isn't it, you know, right? So they could snap or break in the middle of, you know, you could be anywhere, and then you'd end up having to carry it instead of wheel it on the floor, right? So that's the main complaints. The MP3 player is not that bad, because you can allow for the seconds at the beginning of the tracks, right? I don't know if this is important to anyone watching this, like, but, you know, if you want the actual model of this one, like, it's, what's it called? I don't know. What's it called? Well, it's a Q something car. Well, if you check my videos, it's got no serial number on it, has it? But anyway, so that's my second complaint. These stupid wheels, right? So what I've got to do is get rid of them and put something more sturdy in there, right? And what I did was, ideally I was going to get, you know, scooter wheels, you know, the kids' scooters. That's what I was thinking of, you know, them scooters where all the kids are using. They've got like two-wheeled scooters. But I checked the price of spare wheels, and they're bigger and more robust, you know what I mean? And they've got bearings in them as well, you know, like rubber tyres on them as well, proper rubber tyres that are a bit more, you know, resistant to the road and that, like. I mean, they're just plastic. They're not rubber at all. It's just plastic. So they don't know. They make a racket. You know, when you wheel it, it's like horrible noise. You know. So why didn't the company just put these like nice soft like tyres on them? Like, you know what I mean? Like what's on wheelie bins or whatever, you know. Or, you know, scooter wheels, man. Come on, what are you thinking? But anyway. So anyway, I checked online on eBay, and I was checking the prices of scooter wheels and stuff like that. And I ended up, because of the size factor, I thought, I know, skateboard wheels or roller skate wheels, you know, roller boots and stuff. And when you price them individually, they're ridiculous. I was like finding like skateboard wheels, and they were like £15 each, or the cheapest ones were like £9 each. And if you bought a set of them, you know what I mean? There's like a catch on eBay where it says like £9, and you think there's like 4 wheels. And then you go to click on it, it's like each. And you've got to select the quantity, right? So anyway, to solve the problem, I thought, what can I do? I buy a kid's skateboard, you know, a cheap kid's skateboard. So I bought this today. Quite cheap, really, considering if the wheels are going to cost me like, you know, if you're going to pay like, say £9 per wheel or £8 or something per wheel. So I got this in what's it called, Sports Direct, just for the wheels. A micro skateboard, $7.99 half price, right? So I've got the 4 wheels basically. Look at that, they've even got right on no fear. No fear. And they've got bearings in them as well. And they're, you know, they're a little bit plasticky. But they're going to be tougher than them things, aren't they? Right, so I've got to now I've got to work out a way of mounting these on that. And I'll try and make it so the axle is like wider, you know what I mean? I'll put some spaces in or get a longer nut, you know, a nut and bolt thing. Preferably try and have the wheels out there so that they don't rock, so that the entire thing doesn't rock side to side when you're wheeling it, you know. So that's my master plan. 4 wheels, see, put two there, or one there and one there. And make them out as wide as possible, you know what I mean? So anyway, I think it's good advice. I think people should think about these things, you know. It's like, because, you know, I don't know, they're just the crappiest wheels on earth, man, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'll do a progress report later on when I fitted them or whatever. I can tell you if the wheels easier through the street and that. Because I'm not going anywhere with them wheels, mate. I ain't going anywhere, you know. I'll do my head in because they'll probably break within a week or something. I don't know. Because it's just plastic. All the bits are held together with plastic, you know. So yeah, time to get on with it. But great idea. Kids skateboards, you know, because you know, obviously I don't need a big skateboard. I've still got an old skateboard from the 80s, and no one's getting that, you know. It's got like kryptonite wheels on it and that, like, but I wouldn't take that apart, you know. So I've got that, like, in Sports Direct. Obviously I've got a small, because it's easy to carry home, you know what I mean. I should have got a big one, and the full size ones were like £11, like, but that was £7.99. So I've got 4 decent quality wheels. They should be, if they're made for skateboards, they should be hardware and shouldn't even last longer, you know. And that's the master plan. Just put skateboard wheels on it or scooter wheels to make it a little bit more hardy and silent when you're wheeling it, like, you know. Yeah, okay. Just don't know if anyone's interested in this stuff, like, but don't like the picture. So as long as I keep that in mint condition, the actual board, I can use it for something, I don't know. You know, the wood or whatever, like, I don't know. Well, I've got them axles as well, I can think of maybe adding, I don't know, could work something out with this. With the entire axles and put them on the bottom of it or something, I don't know. Work something else, get me Blue Peter head on, like. But yeah, they've got bearings in, I've checked, like, there's bearings in the wheels. There's actually bearings in the wheels, so it should be silent and, well, I wouldn't say silent, but it should be a little bit easier to wheel along the floor and that. Okay, that's my latest update. So you know, I've been reviewing all this for buskers, basically. Any wannabe buskers or people who are thinking of doing it, like. Well, just little tips to save you the problems, or, you know, later on having to repair things and that. So that would be Hoffner Shorty modification. And there's me thing anyway, that's me effects. That's what I use for effects. And I haven't worked out what I'm doing about the microphone yet. I'm still yet to do a proper full blast rehearsal or a set in the street, you know what I mean. So yeah, skateboard wheels, folks. Or scooter wheels, better still scooter wheels, but they would have cost a little bit more. And you've got to buy 4 of them, haven't you, to make it so it's like, balances the whole unit. You know, a bit sturdy on the ground. Okay, thanks for watching. I know it's boring, but Buskers Confidential. Okay, it's 23:57 on the 25th of June. So all this time, I mean, I've been doing things in between. Like, I've been just working on this totally, like. But anyway. We've basically got the wheels off and put my new wheels on, and let's just get this near the edge so you can kind of pain in the arse. Right, anyway. Here's what we've got. Now I've just basically, I think I'm going to have to chop away the plastic there because the wheels are slightly larger. I have to cut away plastic. Obviously they wouldn't fit in there where there was a wheel there, but so one there. I think I need a spacer in there so I can tighten that up more. But that's basically so needs tidying up. Well, it doesn't really, like. Well, that's my customisation, which is I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, I just need to put some spacers in there, some kind of metal tubing or something so I can tighten it up a bit better. With it being plastic, it bends when you try tightening it up, you know. They could have done a better job on these things, a bit more like a metal frame or something. with everything being plastic, you know. But anyway, as long as it wheels on the ground and the tyres don't wear down too soon, that's good enough. That's the model anyway, whatever it was. I can't remember. Anyway, that's best as I could. And yeah, just some sleeving, I think it's the word, some kind of metal sleeving on in the middle, so I can tighten everything up. But yeah, what a boring man. What a boring sad man I have become.